Hey, Rose here with another online dating tip for you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about ghosting.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.
Okay, so before we get into it, let's first take a look at ghosting. What is it exactly? You know, like when you meet somebody on a dating app and then you start communicating with this person, and then maybe you move things from the dating app to a private conversation, and then you communicate so well for a period of time. Sometimes it can go on for like for me, the longest I had communicated with somebody and then they ghosted me was 6 months. And that is a long time to actually be communicating with somebody on a daily basis online. So what happens is when you have been communicating with somebody and then they just disappear on you without a trace. Like you could communicate in the evening and say, oh, good night, sleep well. And then you wake up in the morning and then you find out, either you find out their profile is missing on, let's say, WhatsApp, or you find now when you send your text, nobody is replying, okay? Maybe it's going through and maybe they're even reading it. You can see the blue ticks, but they are not replying. They are not saying anything. And that can drive you insane because then you start going back to your old conversations. You're like, did I say something wrong? Like, what happened? What happened? And you keep sending these messages. You keep saying, did I say something wrong? What happened? Are you okay? And then you say all kinds of things, and then you come back and apologize. I'm sorry about what I said yesterday. Can you please just confirm that you're okay and tell me what I did wrong? Tell me what is going on. Why are you not talking to me? And it keeps going on, and they never say anything. Okay? So then in the end, you'll get tired, okay? At some point, you'll get tired because then you'll find even when before you are sending the messages and you could see that they had actually blue-ticked your messages, meaning they had read your messages. Now you find the whole profile is no longer there, so you cannot contact them whatsoever. And then you go maybe to the emails, you try there, no answer. You try maybe calling them directly, directly, no answer. You try leaving a message, no answer. And then you go back to let's say the dating profile. You might find them there, they have gone back, or you might find they haven't actually gone back to the dating apps. And I feel like when you find they haven't gone back there, it drives you even more insane because you're like, so why did they disappear on me? And in most cases, like if I can share my own experience, in my case, that person was actually talking to another lady at the same time as me, and after back and me trying to contact him and say, what happened, are you okay, in the end, after about 2 or 3 weeks of trying to contact him is when I sent an email saying, you know what, I'm never gonna contact you if you just reply to this one message and tell me you are alive, because for me, I am so worried that maybe something happened to you and you died, or maybe you're somewhere in a coma or something. So if you can just kindly, if you ever respected me or cared about me in any way, even slightly, just reply even with one sentence and say, I'm okay. That's all. And that is when he replied to that email and said, I'm sorry, I just didn't know how to explain myself. Yes, I'm okay, and I am actually engaged to a Kenyan lady. So, and to make the matters worse, this time when he was disappearing is when we were planning his trip to Kenya. So apparently he was actually planning the same trip with the other lady, but I feel it's so disrespectful for somebody to just disappear on you, especially if they had claimed that they cared for you at some point, okay? So ghosting is very common, and if you have been ghosted, don't feel like, because there's a lady who came on one of my TikTok video where I was actually talking about this, and she was like, why has he disappeared on me? Am I so ugly? Like why like how can he not even think of telling me what is going on, or at least tell me that it's over so I can move on, like to get some kind of closure. And it's so unfortunate, but ghosting is very common. It's very common. Somebody could just disappear on you without a trace, without any explanation, nothing. They just disappear. So, if you have been ghosted, and I think the signs of ghosting is when you start seeing that somebody is getting busy. Okay, that is the first sign, because when you were communicating and everything was flowing so well, he was still working. Okay, it's not like now he's found this job and now suddenly he's working. He was still working. He was still dealing with, if he's got children, he was still taking the children. For their sporting events and things like that, if he's co-parenting. So it's not like something has now cropped up that has made him so busy. So if you see somebody, you start sending texts, you start trying to call, and then they're like, oh, I'll get back to you, I'm so busy, I'm currently so busy, it could be a sign that he's preparing to ghost you. He's distancing himself slowly, and then suddenly he will just disappear. So if you see somebody is getting busy, I suggest you get busy yourself. You get busy yourself. Unless, of course, unless they explain exactly why they are busy or what has happened that has suddenly made them so busy, and for how long are they going to be busy? Like, when is the communication going to get back to normal? So ghosting is something that is very painful, and people don't understand just how painful it is. Ghosting can oh my God, it's very painful. Because when you're trying to explain to your friends, you're like, oh, my boyfriend, he's not responding to my messages and I'm trying this. And then a lot of these long distance relationships are not taken seriously anyway by your friends. And this is another thing we're going to come and discuss. We're going to discuss the challenges of long distance relationship, things that you might go through. These relationships are not taken seriously. So when you tell your friends that, oh my God, I'm so depressed, I'm so, like, I don't know what to do, he's not talking to me, they're not taking it that seriously. They're like, oh, just find somebody else. Well, he's so far away anyway. I think he's found somebody else in his own country. And that makes things worse. So your friends are not supportive because they don't understand your situation. So it's a very lonely place to be. And I'm like, if you're doing online dating and maybe you're talking to multiple people, I think it's not wise to let this other person believe that, oh yeah, I'm coming with an engagement ring. I want us to get married. I'm gonna engage you and we're gonna stay at this place, and these are the activities that we're gonna, these are things that we're gonna do when I get there. And then you hype this somebody so up that they're so ready and they're making plans, and then suddenly you just disappear. That is very disrespectful. I feel like if you're talking to multiple people, then you should just keep things casual. Anything is possible. And if at some point you're gonna ghost someone, then rather than ghosting them, just send them an email and say, you know what, this thing is not gonna work out, so good luck. Good luck. And you have to accept. If somebody is sending you a message saying, it's not gonna work out, and this is it, this is the end, just accept it. Don't push it. Don't keep saying, oh, why, what happened, what did I do? You're not gonna change their minds anyway, because they've been communicating with somebody else and they're making plans with that other person. So I feel like if he has told you that, well, it's not working, and that's it, good luck with your life, I think you should just lick your wounds and accept it, and then dust yourself. Okay? Oga urudi soko, my friend. This ghosting thing happens a lot. It happens a lot, and people don't understand just how painful it is when you do this to someone. And I feel like if you claim to care for somebody, even slightly, I think the least you can do is just tell them it's over and just I feel like you don't even have to explain why it's over. Like if you feel uncomfortable saying, well, I've been communicating with this other lady and I've chosen her instead of you. If you feel that, or even the other way around, like if you have been communicating with two men and then you have decided on one of them, maybe you can just tell the other person, it's not going to work out between us, and that's it. You don't have to explain and say, well, I have found I've been communicating with two men and I have chosen the other one. For me, I struggled a lot, and that I have gone through a few instances of ghosting, but that is the most painful one that I will never forget. And the others were just, you move on. But that is something that, 6 months communicating with somebody and making plans and actually, planning how you're gonna even go and file papers to get married, and he's making you select engagement ring and things like that, and then they use maybe the same ring to go and engage another girl, and oh my God, and to make the matters worse, he sends you pictures. Guys, this online dating is not easy. It's not easy, and I think especially now it's even worse because people are playing games. It's become so popular, so a lot of people are on dating apps, and a lot of them are just there to mess about. So if you're facing this type of challenges, ghosting, just know that you're not alone, okay? It happens to a lot of people, okay? It happened to me. It has happened to a lot of my followers on TikTok. They keep saying, oh, why did he disappear on me? Everything was going so well. We had big plans and everything. And then he just disappeared. This is why I keep telling you, this online dating, don't place very high expectations on online dating until you meet somebody in person, until you confirm the chemistry, you confirm everything, then you can take it from there. But putting very high expectations on online dating and saying, I've been talking to somebody for 6 months, I've been talking to somebody for a whole year, therefore, like we are solid. No, you're not solid. You haven't grown roots just yet. It takes that somebody actually comes and now you guys confirm what you've been feeling online. So my name is Rose. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. If you like this kind of content, if you like these kinds of videos, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Help me grow this YouTube channel. Like my videos, share my videos with people who are interested in this topic, and I shall see you on my next one. If you have been ghosted, I'm so sorry. I know it's painful, but we keep it pushing. Bye bye for now.